Where will Trent Alexander-Arnold go? Is De Bruyne moving to Al Nassr? Real Madrid's machinations exposed? And who will replace Erik ten Hag? All that and more in today's episode. Are you ready? Let's get started. Kevin De Bruyne's future at Man City is on the verge of a seismic shift, and it's sending shockwaves through the football world. The Belgian magician, the very soul of City's dominance, has only 1 year left on his contract, and guess who's swooping in? Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo is pulling out all the stops to drag De Bruyne to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia next summer. Ronaldo, the man who's made headlines for over a decade, now personally involved in KDB's future. Unbelievable, right? And here's where it gets insane. Ronaldo is pushing for a jaw-dropping offer. $1 million a week for De Bruyne. $1 million. Can you even imagine? How can anyone turn that down? Especially a player who's been battling injuries like KDB. We all know what he brings to the table. But is it worth the risk for City to keep betting on a man who's struggled with fitness? I mean, let's be real. Shouldn't De Bruyne just take it? At 33, and with injuries piling up, the Premier League's intensity might just be too much. Saudi Arabia's a golden parachute. Less pressure, more sun, and a mind-blowing payday. Ronaldo knows what's up. He's practically begging Al Nassr to get this done. But City? They're not giving up without a fight. Talks are in the works, but with Ronaldo calling the shots from the sidelines, how can De Bruyne resist the pull? This could change everything. What do you think? Is this the end of KDB at City? Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City? Can you even wrap your head around that? After everything he's done, all the trophies, the memories, the glory, it's almost unthinkable. The Athletic claims Pep made his decision last season, that this could be his final year at City, but nothing's set in stone yet. City are fighting, they're doing everything to keep him. But Pep, he's not one to give away his plans, is he? This is the man who revolutionized the Premier League. 6 titles in 8 seasons, unreal, and that Champions League win in 2023. It was like the crowning jewel of his reign. But if he goes, how do you even begin to replace him? Who could walk into that dressing room and fill those shoes? It's like trying to replace a legend. It almost feels impossible. Are we looking at the end of City's golden era? It's hard to even say it out loud. And the fans? Oh, the fans. They're not ready for this. They're pulling out all the stops, raising money for a banner in Catalan, begging Pep to stay. But Pep's keeping his cards close, just like he always does. His answers? Vague, elusive. He's giving nothing away. It's nerve-wracking, like waiting for the final whistle in stoppage time. But maybe, just maybe, it's time. Pep's given everything to this club, built an empire. Maybe he needs a break to step away from the relentless pressure. And City, they need to start preparing for life without him. The question is, where does Pep go from here? Barcelona? A national team? Can you even picture City without him? Could he really be leaving? Real Madrid have just pulled off the ultimate heist, and it's left everyone gasping. Mbappé, injured with a supposed thigh problem, skips the French national team like it's no big deal. Deschamps is raging. And then what? The very next game, there's Mbappé, tearing it up against Villarreal like nothing ever happened. Are you kidding me? Coincidence? Not a chance. Deschamps feels betrayed, like Madrid just slapped him across the face, and now he's talking about stripping Mbappé of his captaincy. It's absolute chaos. But wait, that's not all. Madrid didn't stop there. They doubled down with Vinicius Jr. Towards the end of the Villarreal game, he goes down with an injury. But here's the thing. There was no injury. The replay shows nothing. Not a hint, not a sign, nothing. Yet, the next day, boom. Vinicius suddenly has a cervical injury. A neck injury? From what? And conveniently, he's now sidelined from Brazil's World Cup qualifiers. It's unbelievable. Madrid are playing everyone, but can you really blame them? With the insane number of games forced by FIFA and UEFA, they're protecting their stars, their million-dollar investments. The national teams? They'll run these players into the ground without a second thought. But let's be real, this is next-level shady. Still, can you argue with the results? If it means keeping Vinicius fresh for El Clasico, isn't it worth it? Sure, it's a bit of a dirty trick, but Madrid know exactly what they're doing. So, what do you think? Genius or just plain cheating? Real Madrid are about to pull off the unthinkable. They're getting ready to offer Liverpool a laughable £10 million for Trent Alexander-Arnold this January. I mean, £10 million. For Trent? one of the best right-backs on the planet. This is absolute madness. The reason? Dani Carvajal's horror ACL injury has thrown Madrid into chaos. With their defensive rock sidelined for the season, they've turned their gaze to Trent. But wait for it. They want him on the cheap because his contract at Liverpool is running out. And if the Reds don't get their act together, Trent can start negotiating with Real Madrid in January. Imagine that. Trent, in secret talks with Madrid, while still in Liverpool red. It's almost too much to handle. But seriously, £10 million for a player like Trent? One of the most creative, lethal fullbacks in the game. This isn't just a lowball offer, it's an insult. It's like Real are walking into Anfield with spare change and expecting to walk away with a legend. And Liverpool? They're stuck in an impossible situation. If they don't extend his contract fast, Madrid will be whispering sweet nothings into Trent's ear come January. It's a ticking time bomb and the clock's about to hit zero. What do Liverpool do? Do they cling to hope and risk losing him for nothing? Or do they cut their losses and make the unthinkable deal with Madrid? One thing's for sure, this transfer saga is about to explode. Erik ten Hag is one game away from losing everything at Old Trafford. The board is furious, the fans are on edge, and the squad, a total mess. Joshua Zirkzee, the big summer signing, looks completely out of his depth. And Alejandro Garnacho, one of the most exciting young players in Europe, rotting on the bench. Why? What's going on? It's heartbreaking to watch. And now, in the shadows, Thomas Tuchel is ready. The man who won the Champions League with Chelsea, who's conquered Europe, he's waiting for the call. This is the moment. The board already spoke to him in the summer, and now, as Ten Hag stumbles again, the pressure is unbearable. Can you feel it? This is the make or break decision, and it could come any day now. Last season was a catastrophe. 8th place. 8th! The worst finish in 34 years. No matter how much money they've thrown at this team, Ten Hag can't find the answers. It's the same old story. No progress, no consistency, just pain. How much longer can this go on? For me, it's crystal clear. Ten Hag has to go. Enough is enough. Manchester United cannot afford another season of mediocrity. We deserve better. And then there's Gareth Southgate. Yes, Southgate. The Ineos Group wants him to take over. He's a national hero with England, but this is Manchester United. The pressure, the intensity, can he handle it? And what about Ruud van Nistelrooy? Could we see a club legend step in? It's pure chaos right now, and Ten Hag is on the verge of being swept away. The clock's ticking, and United's future hangs in the balance. Paul Pogba, one of the most gifted players of his generation, now stands on the edge of the unknown. A World Cup champion, a former Manchester United star, once adored by millions. But today, his career teeters on the brink. After a crushing doping ban, Pogba was staring down 4 years in the wilderness. 4 years. For most, that's the end. But not for Pogba. After an appeal, his ban has been reduced to 18 months. He could be back by March 2025. But will he ever be the same? Here's the twist. The dream of playing alongside Lionel Messi in the US could become his lifeline. Messi and Pogba together. Just imagine. It feels unreal, almost like destiny calling him for one last shot at greatness. Juventus? They're ready to turn the page. The injuries, the off-field issues. It's all too much for them. Pogba's time in Turin looks over, with talks of ripping up his contract. But what if this isn't the end? What if it's a new beginning? The chance to chase the American dream, to leave behind the pressure, the scrutiny, the headlines. Could this be Pogba's ultimate redemption? My heart says yes. Pogba belongs on the biggest stage. And right now, that stage is in Miami, under the lights, alongside Messi. If ever there was a chance for him to reignite his career, to rewrite his story, this is it. The question is, will he take it? Paris Saint-Germain is in the midst of a dramatic goalkeeper crisis. Luis Enrique is fuming, ready to hit the panic button. Donnarumma, he used to be a wall, but lately, he's been as reliable as a chocolate teapot. What is happening in Paris? In a bid to salvage their season, PSG turned to Matvei Safonov from Krasnodar. No shade on Safonov, but signing a keeper from the Russian league to fix your problems. Come on. Enrique is clearly frustrated with the options he has. And guess what? Rumors are swirling that he's now targeting Ederson from Manchester City. You heard that right. PSG want to make Ederson their top priority for 2025, maybe even throw some cash at him in January. And let's be honest, Ederson has been an absolute superstar for City. With his breathtaking saves and those pinpoint passes, he's practically a superhero in gloves. But can you imagine Ederson leaving the glory of the Premier League for PSG's chaotic project? Or even better, what if he goes to Saudi Arabia and cashes in on a life-changing payday? What a choice! Talk about securing his future in style. If PSG pulls this off, what does that say about Donnarumma's future? Enrique is practically screaming into the void, "I'm done with this guy." Poor Safonov might as well start learning French as a backup. With Ederson's contract running until 2026, if he doesn't extend soon, City might be forced to sell. Will he ditch the Premier League for PSG, or should he play it safe and secure his legacy? What are your thoughts?